may practically apply any kind of transform properties in any of these boxes. Like for this green box, we will be using this individual class here, like this one, transform. So we'll be using here this rotate property for, say, we are rotating it along 45 degrees. So we'll be using this class here, rotate 45 degree, and on hovering, this rotate angular value, it will be changed to, for say, 180 degree. In the next case, we are applying the same transform class right over here. Sorry, there it goes, right over here, and here we are mentioning the skewing property. Now I haven't mentioned about this skewing classes, those been used right over here in this Tailwind CSS. So let's get back to Tailwind's official website, and here in this skew element property, for say this skew x12, it will be transforming the element skewness along x-axis by 12 degree. Now in the first case, all we are going to do, we will be using this class skewing x0, and we will be using another class of skewing y0. That means there won't be any skewing to this individual element. If we get back to our project, this is the third box, and we can see that there's practically no deformation occurred due to transform property imposed on this individual box. Now in case of hovering, we may define that the skewing along x-axis will be 6 degrees and along y-axis, not this one, you need to mention hover again, and along y-axis the skewing will be 6 degrees. And another thing we have mentioned here, skewing, not this is skewing, this is skew x0. So if we now get back to our project and reload, we can see that this is the result. So far there's no such deformation, but if we hover our mouse in, we can see that a slight skewing is now taking place. We may enhance this individual skewing property here. If we wish that along y-axis it will be skewed more, then we may use this individual class of skew 12. Press Ctrl S, get back to your project and reload, and you can see that along x-axis the skewing is a little bit more right now. Do it for same for this skew 12, and you can see that the skewing is now enhanced. Let's make usage of some another class here. For say on hovering, the skewing along x-axis will be in opposite direction. In that case, all we need to do, we need to make usage of this class of skew x minus skew x12. This is the result right now. Reload, hover, and you can see that the skewing now takes place in the opposite direction in the rightmost part of this particular web browser. In the last case, I would like to mention that we may make all those transitions a little bit of smoother by using a particular class of transition. So if we get back to our project, and in this case, if we make usage of this transition, and if we specify the duration of this particular transition, how long this transition is going to take place. Let's get back, and here we are specifying the duration of transition, and it is for say 500. Remember that this is now applicable to this third box only. That means the image source, it will be having a transform of skewing both along this x-axis and y-axis direction, and there is a specific transition with a definite duration of 500 milliseconds. So if we now get back to our project, and we can see that a smooth transition is now occurring right over here. We may make usage of this same property all along those individual elements, those we have created inside. So all we need to do, we need to copy this thing and we need to paste them into the proper places where we have made usage of it. There it goes. Reload. So we can see that a smoother transition is now taking place all the way along. There's practically no such problem with it. So this is how you can practically use all those Tailwind CSS classes. In this particular case, you may make usage of them. All you need to do, you need to apply these classes into your individual objects, into your individual elements. You need to make experiment with it, what it does with the image, how it goes with the div elements or all those background colors, properties, those being used right over here. You may change these boxes into some different colored background property. For say, if you use a definite background color instead of this individual image source, as we have made over here. This is the BG yellow class that we have made usage. So we can make practically usage of all those classes over here. All we need to do, we need to define them, we need to relocate them in proper places, and then we need to apply them. We need to see all those changes into our project. So this is what we have done up to this far. In the next class, we will see some more changes in properties due to application of these individual elements. So stay tuned, subscribe us, comment on us.